Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Juanito. Tomorrow is the start of the 2024 baseball season. It's an exciting time of the year. It is a beautiful time of the year. Technically, the season started last week with the Padres and the Dodgers, but tomorrow is opening day for everybody. So everybody tomorrow has a chance to win the World Series. Eventually, we'll start weeding out the ones that don't have a chance. But tomorrow, everybody's hopes is to make the playoffs, to make that big run. So we're just going to be opening boxes periodically, not every day. Come on here, talk a little baseball, talk about what's going on in the sport. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so just remember, we're just here to have some fun. We're here to talk about the sport we love to watch. Today I'm going to open up a 2024 blaster box, just so we could go through some players, see what we find, and eventually just start going into the season. So first things first, I am going to talk about the National League West because that is where the Dodgers play. That is my team. But the National League West still looks pretty good. Let's be honest. The Padres, even though they traded away Soto, they made some trades away. They also made some trades back in. And picking up a couple of those pitchers, pitching kills good lineups. So if you have good pitching, you still have a chance to win all these games because if you get a couple pitchers that stump a lineup in a series, hell, you only got to win 4 games. So if you get 2 stoppers, 4 out of 7 games, once you get into the playoffs, of course, you have to go through the whole season. But at the same time, like I said, pretty good pickups. As well with the Giants. Giants look good. Arizona last year knocked off the Dodgers. So it's not like if they're sleepers. Not really, though, because they did knock off the Dodgers. Speaking of the Diamondbacks, we are starting with the Paul Sewald little insert card there. But yeah, like I said, the National League West to me actually looks really good. I still think the Dodgers are going to take the West, but I do believe probably both of the wild cards might come out of there. The Central's going to be a bunch of different players, a bunch of different like mediocre teams, to say the least. I don't think they have like juggernauts and everything in there. A lot of injuries with the Reds. Pirates are still a pretty young team. St. Louis is kind of a rebuilding year. You never know about St. Louis, though. They might come back. Chicago, I think, is probably going to be the favorites in that division. They looked pretty good there for a while in the end of last year. So we will see what happens there. And then the National League East. That's another pretty tough one there with the Phillies. We got the Braves, of course. The Braves are definitely one of the best teams out there, if not the best team. Hard to put those guys back. So National League, definitely I do think the Dodgers got another little insert parallel there. But yeah, National League definitely I think is going to be coming down to the Dodgers and the Braves in the National League Championship Series. But like I said, you never know. With good pitching, it's really hard to put anybody down. So we shall see what happens there. And then let's see. Going into the American League West. You got the reigning champion, the Texas Rangers. Really hard to put them away, saying that they're probably not going to win. Honestly, I think they're going to repeat in that American League West. Houston, of course, still a really good team. Mariners are an up-and-coming team that is just getting better and better, I think. Julio Rodriguez, I think, is pretty up there to possibly win an MVP award this year. But that American League West, definitely it's going to be very competitive. Talking about the Central, there's Dylan Cease there, who is unfortunately a Padre now, but like I said, that's just going to make that division a lot better. Talking about the American League Central, that is probably the division that I know least about because I don't watch it as much. You got Cleveland there, Chicago White Sox, Minnesota. Minnesota might finally bounce back. They didn't have that good of a year, but they also had a couple injuries on there on some players. So I think if they just stay a little healthy, There's a Tony Gonsolin Easter egg card right there. Not bad. Honestly, health is the name of the game for all these teams. If you can stay healthy as much as you can throughout the whole year, I mean, you're looking good. That's another team right there. That's the one that I always keep slipping on. Kansas City, good young team. They're coming up, man. I think that's who I would pick to take the American League Central there. Justin Verlander right there, and then American League East. I like the Yankees. I've always been a Yankees fan. I mean, they want to win all the time. So everybody always says big bad Yankees back in the day, but they want to win. So I actually like that about the Yankees. So they made some moves this year to finally get them into that winning ways again. So we'll see. Baltimore, I think, is going to be the champions again. They got a little better, signing some pitching. Their young rookies are going to get better and better every day. So I really do think Baltimore comes out on top. Boston, I don't think is there yet. Toronto, that's just a tough division for Toronto too. You know, I don't think they're going to be able to come on top. Definitely do see the Yankees, not the Yankees, the Baltimore Orioles coming out of that division. For my wild card picks in the American League, obviously I think it's going to be the second place from the American League East, probably the Yankees, and I think the second spot goes to probably Houston or Seattle, I should say. Whoever comes out in second place on that one, probably more Houston, but I do think that 1-1 comes from American League East and the American League West. Last pack of the box here, guys. So thank you for joining me. Just talking a little bit about the beginning of the season. Nothing too crazy, like I said, just a blaster box. Another little parallel right there with Stone Garrett. But like I said, tomorrow is opening day. Like I said, my favorite time of the year is baseball season. So I am ready to go, ready to watch some games and just enjoy myself every day, being able to watch at least one game of baseball. Again, this was Juanito. Thank you so much for joining me. Didn't find too much of anything on that one blaster box, but like I said, we're just starting a little small. Got some inserts, so we're okay with that. Other than that, thank you so much. Have a good day.